Welcome to Plastic Profiles. How are you all doing today?
What's going on, everybody?
I am your host, Agent Chuckles, and with me in this quest, this adventure in babysitting.
This guy right here.
Whichever way it comes out.
You're writing that. What's going on, everybody?
Writing dad. This is Plastic Profiles, the show that reviews a vintage GI Joe file card and the corresponding action figure. Yep. Then we take and we look at a retro or a retro classified figure and the vintage figure and compare the two to determine which one is more like the character as described in that original file card.
That's right.
We're the only ones that do that.
Yep.
We are.
We're the OGs.
There might be a reason why nobody else does it, but we're doing it.
We're not gonna dig too deep into that hole, bro. We're doing it because we're trailblazers.
That's right. We might be going the wrong way, but we're going there first.
We're still blazing, baby.
We are blazing it. Some of you folks might be expecting Wild Bill here. I put out there that Wild Bill would be our next episode. We did that, and it didn't go great. So we're bringing you someone else today.
Yeah.
Glenda.
Ooh.
Which you would already know if you're watching this because it's on the main thing. But yeah, so Glenda. Boy, Steve, buckle up. This is going to be a ride.
Glenda.
Glenda. Not Yolanda, Glenda. Actually, it's a little bit tied to Wicked, a little current eventsy, a little bit, kind of, maybe.
I like how they trademarked. Like if you look at the file card, they trademarked Glenda.
Yeah,
like you see a little symbol there. How do you do that? It's a name. Like,
yeah. I don't know. Maybe no one else in Argentina's name is Glenda, I guess.
And Hasbro knocking down the doors like, nope.
No, this is not even Hasbro. This is they bought the mold or something, and then it's a whole. I don't know the whole story exactly. I didn't really go into that in this show, but why don't I show you what I did go into?
Yeah, let's do it.
Bam. So this is Glenda's file card. It is not in English.
Oh.
So I thought, with it being in a different language, that perhaps it should be read in Spanish.
Ooh.
So reasonably, I'll go ahead and give it a shot.
Let's do this.
Who else is going to read this in Spanish? I don't know.
See, this is what we bring you, folks.
Yeah, if you want to hear what a third grader speaking Spanish sounds like, an American third grader speaking Spanish.
I want to hear this.
Yeah. Bring in the kiddos on this one. Glenda. I'm not gonna try it. It's gonna sound like the Sábado Gigantes guy.
Glenda.
Copiloto de helicópteros. Nombre de archivo Mulligan Jane.
Ooh. Okay, let's pause there real fast. We're gonna take a lot of like pauses here.
Sure, yeah, we should, because I'll need them.
How her name is Glenda, right? The thing is put out in Argentina, everything is in Spanish. Jane Mulligan.
There we go. Yeah, Jane
Mulligan.
Yeah. I don't know.
What is it? Jane Mulligan. Cool.
Right. Yeah. I guess if it's Argentina, it should be like for all you conspiracy theorists, maybe in German, perhaps.
Oh.
But like Mulligan, like
still.
Yeah, I don't know. That's different. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Yeah, okay. I am not gonna say all those numbers and letters in Spanish, though I could.
Oh.
Don't worry. There's plenty more Espanol. Is this really Spanish? Let me ask you that. This isn't Portuguese, because I know they're similar. But like, I've never seen some of these words. Like, I don't know. We'll get there. But like, some of them, like, man, is that a word? So not that I've seen all the words. Obviously, I have not seen all the words.
There's some words that I don't even know. I'm like, what the heck? Also, like the Spanish that gets taught is the European version,
right?
From Spain. So sometimes, and then every country,
different dialects and little
words that they'll have,
tips and tricks.
It's different,
Right. And so don't worry for you audio listeners, we've got the real file card, not real, the translated version of the file card coming next. So you'll
American.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not good enough to do that.
You know that there's going to be somebody out there that's going to hear you, and they're going to be like, he did not pronounce that properly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Please leave your grammar corrections at the bottom. Your mispronunciations in the comments below. Harley, my dog is going nuts back there. No, you are. No. Okay. Here we go. Especialidad militar primaria, piloto de prueba. Especialidad militar secundaria de inteligencia. Grade A, B, C, D. A7.
There you go. Oh,
yeah. All right. Siendo una niña de apenas 6 años, asombró a los habitantes de su pueblo natal cuando, bajo la atenta mirada de su padre, pilotero con maestría. Oh, that word messes me up with the and even in English that messes me up. Maestría, uno de los helicópteros más sofisticados. Al morir su padre, heroicamente, Glenda juró seguir luchando por su noble causa. Hoy es oficial de inteligencia del aire, copiloto de helicópteros en misiones de alto riesgo. Es la primera mujer que ha sido designada instructora master de my button is hold on. Not that. Master de comandos heroicos.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo!
That's my boy.
Yeah. There we go. So none of these images are brought to you by 3D Joe's, by the way.
No.
I didn't actually give credit. They're brought to you by yojo.com. Yojo.com. No, they're fine. They used to be the best.
Like the sound the whale makes. Like
okay, so I only have a few clues in our little game today because I didn't really even know the song either. But "Gone at the Speed of Sound" is the clue for this song. Gone at the speed of sound. Okay, so the translation for the file card is this: Glenda, helicopter co-pilot. File name, still Jane Mulligan. Primary military specialty, test pilot. Secondary military specialty, intelligence, grade E7. Being a girl of just 6 years old, she amazed the inhabitants of her hometown, because that's how we would say it in English.
I'm sure she did.
With one of the most sophisticated helicopters. That doesn't say if she made it or stole it or bought it or whatever.
It was just there. Like,
look, everybody!
Look!
I'm 6 and I got a helicopter. When her father died, heroically.
More money than yours.
Yeah, my dad owns a dealership. When her father died heroically, Glenda swore to continue fighting for his noble cause. Today, she is an air intelligence officer, helicopter co-pilot on high-risk missions. She is the first woman to be designated Master GI Joe instructor. So there's a lot there. This is brought to you by gijoe.fandom.com.wiki, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
There's a lot and not a lot there. There's a lot to dig into that I couldn't possibly guess. Even though we're the ones that sweat the small stuff, there's a lot of small stuff that will answer.
This one
questions.
we're gonna take a mulligan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Very good. Look at you.
Hey,
my boy's grown up.
Yeah.
So I didn't go into any training on this, any military, any of that. Kind of a little let down on that one, but it's just, what are you going to do with that?
No.
Why was she 6? Why does she have a helicopter at 6? How did her dad die? What did her dad do? Just a lot of questions.
Was he a rebel? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where was she born? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. We know her name though. She's Jane Mulligan from Argentina.
Mulligan
from Argentina. You know, like okay,
no. Okay.
All right. The next line of our quote is a song lyric is "One circle back around, straight on, test pilot fly."
Right.
And if you don't know it, it's okay. It's oh, I googled it. It is TV on the Radio. Test Pilot is the song by TV on the Radio. I had no idea.
I swear, I was just about to say that. Like it was right there. I was like, wait a minute, TV on the that sounds like TV on the radio.
TV on the radio, is it?
And then you just beat me to it.
Okay. So yeah, I put some famous test pilots in there. We got Jimmy Doolittle. In 1929, Doolittle became part of what the New York Times referred to as the greatest single step in aviation safety when he flew an instrument flight from takeoff to landing. He carried out multiple missions during World War II, including the bombing of Tokyo in April 1942 on board a B-25.
Oh.
Then we got Chuck Yeager, creator of all the Yeager games, literally created all of them, I'm sure. He was hard at work on those. They're like early PC games, you know, flight simulators and that sort of thing. He piloted the first aircraft to break the sound barrier in 1947. According to the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, I don't know. I misededited. I misededited that one.
More to that, you could let it off like a question. According to the museum.
Yeah.
And then okay. That was
I might have to fix that in post. Or not. We'll see. No, then we've got Albert Scott Crossfield. Yeah. Albert Scott Crossfield in 1953 became the first pilot to fly twice the speed of sound when he flew the D-5582 at Mach 2.04. He was also one of the few test pilots to fly the North American X-15, an experimental space plane jointly researched by the U.S. Air Force and NASA. I was running low on space, so these other two
names, just random names.
Neil Ampersand and John Glenn. John Glenn. Yeah. I mean, if he'd done something important, I maybe have done it around him since his name's like Glenda, but I don't know who that is.
We just threw names in there.
I just threw some names
just because.
Yeah, Bob Simpson. He'd been next, but I don't know who that is. So here's the 1980s Glenda package. They got their own art. So the funniest thing to me about this art is they made her wear this laser rifle like a purse. That is so funny. That is so funny. And actually
running and reaching for something.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, so the original that's Breaker's headset and Flash's laser rifle, for those not in the know. The Breaker's headset still has the cord attached to it. But there's no backpack. So I wonder if they're trying to tell you that you can plug the headset into the laser rifle. Mm-hmm. And she's just got it strapped over her shoulder. Like, I can't figure out exactly what they think you could do with that. Yeah, it's great. Plastorama. I believe that's the company that created these in Argentina.
Argentina.
Yeah. Con cabeza, brazos y piernas movibles y manos. I guess I'm not saying you can move their arms and legs and fingers and toes. I don't know.
It's totally movable.
Yeah. Fully articulated. So there you go. So here's the breakdown of old Glenda. She's got the ninja stars molded on, just like Scarlett had. She has the secret pistol in her wrist, just like I'm betting, just like Scarlett had. There's very few good pictures of this Glenda, as you'll see in this.
Yeah, it's rough.
This slide, yeah. The laser rifle with no cord attached, and then Breaker's headset with cord still attached. So I don't know. I imagine kids lost all these accessories right away because that headset does not. I'm sure it won't fit on her head. There's no helmet hooking it on. Like
nothing.
Maybe the head's wide enough that it'll do the pressure.
Because of her hair.
Yeah. But she's got like a chromey like finish. I guess I don't. It looks that way in the picture. It's really hard to tell, but Yeah. So that's her.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we can say on that.
So the classified release was part of the Dragonfly HasLab. So not everybody's able to get a Glenda, and probably for good reason, because who knows who Jane Mulligan is, really. But the art here is a lot better. Still wearing the laser rifle as a purse.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How do you run with that thing? and holding a pistol this time. That thing is just swaying, and because she's obviously running. Like,
yeah, she's still wearing it like a purse.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Do it now. Now. And why is his name always like, my name is John Matrix? I'm Billy O'Dowd. I don't know any of his other names, but he's never like Gustav Schreck. His name is always like
right,
William Hannigan. And my name is William Hannigan. No, I could be wrong, but the most realistic naming he had was when they called him Dutch in Predator. I'm like, yeah, that's right.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So here we go. Here's the classified Glenda breakdown with all her articulation and accessories and all the goods. So she's got extra hands. Mm-hmm. She's got the pilot helmet, which I think is the coolest accessory, because typically GI Joe pilots don't wear the helmets and things. And if we had successfully done Wild Bill beforehand, we would know that by now.
Yeah. Well, it blocks their face.
Yeah. You know?
I can't see with a helmet on.
I don't know who said "Yo, Joe." I don't know if he really means it.
Like, well, that guy, who was
that? She has extra hair for the different looks you can get.
Of course.
You can get Blue Steel or Magnum.
That's right.
She's got a pistol. She's got the laser rifle. She has flashes. Well, they haven't done a flash yet, but presumably this will be the backpack and weapon he gets when they do make flash. And it has the hose, so you can somewhat recreate that, but I don't think that hose is going to be. Maybe that's a flexible. All right, hose. So then she's got a headset, so she can fly around without a helmet if you so choose, and then she's got a harness which you can apply to any of the other figures for rappelling from your Dragonfly or anything you want. So I think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah, and allegedly it'll fit at pretty much any other figure, I imagine, minus Road Pig and Roadblock. I don't know.
Yeah, those guys are massive.
Yeah. So with all that, Glenn or Glenda? Who are we going with here?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we don't really need to do this.
Let's just go to the next one. Anyway, this community calendar. No. All right.
Like, why is the original figure so pale looking? Like, she's so sickly.
Yeah. And somehow her crotch is still intact. Crazy. But the thumb is gone. Of course,
that color scheme just did not work.
No. But she's about to get shot by the other Glenda.
Oh, seriously, that's why. Because you were a mistake.
Girl, you are white as a ghost.
That was good.
Yeah, I think we're both picking classified Glenda.
Yeah,
without a doubt. The laser rifle doesn't really make a lot of sense, but everything else does. I think we both agree on that.
Pilot, no.
And she can wear whatever color she wants. She's in the helicopter, so I think she works. I think she's cool. So let's get to the fun part. All right. Which is casting call.
Casting call,
y'all. Somewhere is the video. Here we go. Here's the video. Casting call is the segment of the show where we cast a GI Joe or Cobra character based upon where the subject is from. We know that Jane Mulligan is born. We don't know where. No, that's what we know.
That's right.
Will we realistically say she's from Argentina? I don't think we can realistically say she's from Argentina. No. So that leaves it up for grabs. We can pick anybody we want to be Jane Mulligan, Steve the
Yeah,
Writing
we're in
Dad.
talks with these stars, you know, like we got very good connection. Like the script's already done.
Right.
You know, we're up there, guys. So just continue following, tell your friends, you know, hit the like button and all of that stuff, because you never know, you might have a cameo in the movie. Wink, wink.
That's right. And you never know when one of those celebrity friends of ours might appear on a podcast. You just never know. You'll all be sorry when they do, though, because
they haven't told us no.
We told you so.
That's right. They haven't told us no. So.
Oh my. Okay, see the Writing Dad. You're up first. Who you got? Who is going to be your Jane Glenda Mulligan?
All right, I'm gonna pick this young lady because she's been killing it right now with her roles. I absolutely love her on Stranger Things. And saying that, you probably already know who I'm going with. It
could be one of two, really, but I think I know.
It could be, yeah, but it's not. What the hell happened? There you go. Yeah, it's there.
I clicked it. It's just remove other media from stage. Oh, it's being a butt. Wow, that
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, goodness. She needs more spackle on that face. Goodness gracious. It hardly looks like her, but yeah. Millie Bobby Brown. What did we watch with her in recently? Something that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was her and Chris Pratt on Netflix. Electric State.
Yeah, that's
not bad. I thought it was going to this is going to be dog poop. But no,
I enjoyed it.
It was an enjoyable romp.
Yeah, it's not like nobody's busting out acting chops on that one.
Yeah,
but
no one's really trying that hard. But you don't need to. You got robots.
No.
Let me say that differently. If I were a movie director of some sort, I would cast her to be a Princess Leia type, because she looks a lot like Carrie Fisher in a similar age, I think.
Oh yeah.
Not in this picture, but in she's got the same kind of wholesome-y kind of face that. Let me just do that. Yeah, so she looks just like Carrie Fisher.
He's blocking out.
I don't feel right. Let me just get this off the stage altogether. Just
dude.
Still, it's better than the Wild Bill episode. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Bounds.
I was like, why are we even doing this? So Millie Bobby Brown, yes, she would be the star of the Glenda movie for 100%. Yeah. If you were going to build a franchise, I think Millie Bobby Brown would carry that franchise. I picked someone on the other end of the spectrum. I picked Meg Ryan from Courage Under Fire.
Meg Ryan. Oh.
Yeah, who'd have thought she was, guys? Dogs are fighting. Well, they're play fighting. Anyways, they're play fighting on me.
Well, that's what they do.
Go in a different area. There's a whole house. Meg Ryan in Courage Under Fire.
All right.
I don't know if anybody can hear any of that, but they're walking as loud as they possibly can, and
click.
Two German shepherds just like okay. Courage Under Fire. She's already got the helmet on. I think she's perfect for the part. Yeah. So that's who I would pick. Our Plastic Profiles checklist. Glenda is not on here, surprisingly.
Nope.
So it remains the same. But that's okay.
That's right.
And so that's Glenda. An interesting little detour in the GI Joe history.
That was a special one for you guys.
Yeah, we got another one coming up. Not necessarily next episode, but I'm just getting whiplash from this dog tail. So, but it'll be. You guys are working this out somewhere else. Anyways, so yes, that's Glenda. So,
there it is.
Taking all of my.
You're welcome.
My CPU. Yeah. So Wild Bill will probably be next. I don't know. Whatever. Still better than the last one we did. Oh yeah. So I did want to comment on our unusual release times. We like to do every other week, but sometimes it's just not possible.
Mhm.
We both have varying job schedules and seasons that they get busy and slack off, and so we're doing our best. But I think we're going to get back on track here. Too sweet.
Yeah.
And then we've got some more Beachhead classified reviews coming up.
That's right.
We made an appearance on the last one, and it's done the worst than any of them. But that's okay. That's okay.
It's the mugs.
Look, yeah. We want to see the toys talk, not you two.
Yeah.
Maybe him.
You can't. That's the problem. You can't let them peek behind the curtain.
Yeah. What's going on back there? Oh no!
Put them back. Can't let them peek behind the curtain, man. You guys don't appreciate us.
So, yeah. So that's that. So check out those. I am Agent Chuckles. I'm on all the various social medias with my toy photography, and then you can usually find the Beachhead skits and things like that. I'll leave links down below. Steve the Writing Dad, why don't you tell them what it is that you do?
Yeah, come to thewritingdad.com. I share stories about what it's like being a father. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not, but they're all enjoyable. Give us a call. Give us a call. I'll put my number down.
I'll put his phone number down below.
Just come on, sign up for the newsletter.
Only text after 9.
That's right. Yeah, well, busy schedules, man.
Sometimes some of the best camera work you've ever seen. That, like, I don't even know what he said, but this camera shot he took was amazing. Microwave point of view? Are you kidding me? I went off. It's amazing. Check out his stuff. Check it out down below. So that's it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Yo, Joe.
Yo, Joe.